to the site Cerrado Protected Areas, Chapada dos Veadeiros, Emas National Parks, Brazil. So it is decision 36.7b.30, document WHC 12/36.com/7b.add. World Heritage Center, floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to note that since there are no nights in St. Petersburg in June, we cannot have a night session. The World Heritage Center and IUCN remind the committee that in 2003, the boundaries of Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park, which is one of the two components of this property, were reduced by judicial review, leading to a reduction of over 170,000 hectares in the size of this park. There is no doubt that its integrity has been critically undermined by this action. The state party had indicated to the World Heritage Committee that the original boundaries were to be reestablished by March 2012. In its report to the World Heritage Center this year, the state party now indicates that it will not be able to reestablish the original property boundaries for a variety of reasons. In lieu of the original boundaries and protection status of these lands, the state party indicated that it would work at assembling a mosaic of lands under varying degrees of protection. It is not clear if these would be sufficient to protect the property's outstanding universal value as originally recognized by the committee. The new target date for submission of the Mosaic Protected Area proposal to the Minister of the Environment is June 2013. The World Heritage Center and IUCN consider that the efforts of the state party will require a close evaluation to ensure that the final results conform to the property's OUV as recognized by the committee. We believe it is very likely that a complete renomination may be required. The committee will find the draft decision in document 7B add on page 67 in English and page 73 in French. And once again, my colleagues at IUCN would like to add a few words, if you may.
Thank you. IUCN, you take the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. IUCN notes that the state party, by letter to the World Heritage Center of 12 April 2012, invited a joint World Heritage Center IUCN advisory mission to the property to assess issues related to its legal framework and to provide assistance to the possible revision of its boundaries in view of an expansion. The invitation for this mission is most welcome. However, IUCN considers that the issues to be discussed and considered require a reactive monitoring mission and suggests that submissions be undertaken by IUCN and the Center. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Floor is open. Who wants to take the floor? I see nobody, so we can move to the draft decision directly. So draft decision concerning this item is on page 67, excuse me. And if you have no objections, we can adopt the decision 36.7b.30. I see no objections, so adopted. So we finished with the Latin American Caribbean sites. Yes, Brasilia, please take the floor.
Madam Chair, I would request to make a declaration if possible.
Yes, please make the declaration.
Thank you very much. Brazil shares the World Heritage Committee's concern with that the legal framework that Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park enjoyed at the time of inscription is no longer in effect. Nevertheless, under the current legal regime of protection, no potential danger in a scale that could affect the outstanding universal value of the property has been identified, as described at length in the last March report on the state of conservation of this property. On the contrary, aimed at increasing the preservation of the outstanding qualities of this ecosystem as a whole, Brazil has more than doubled the share of the federal conservation units in these ecoregions since 2001, the year when it was inscribed on the World Heritage List, from less than 1% to 2.59%, encompassing an area of 5 million to 160,000 hectares, which is compared to a size of a number of countries. The Ministry of Environment, through the Chico Mendes Institute of Biodiversity Conservation, has expressed interest in inviting an advisory mission from the World Heritage Center and the IUCN to assess, together with the Brazilian authorities, all relevant issues related to the legal framework and the conservation of Sector 1 of the Syria property. This mission could also provide assistance in determining a possible revision to the boundaries of this property in order to expand the inscribed area. Of course, we understand that this might likely require a new nomination, and Brazil is very willing to work closely with the IUCN on this regard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before we move to